In this video, this is a debrief from the previous sales call I did with Dominic. We basically break down the entire sales call, what worked, what didn't work, and we're just debriefing on everything that we went through, how to deflect the unnecessary questions that Dom thought we had to answer. And this is me helping Dominic close in my 3-step simple process, high ticket builds for selling SaaS or Go High Level custom AI chatbots to local businesses. So if you haven't checked out that video of the previous sales call that we're debriefing on in this video, go check it out. If not, let's get into it.
All right. How'd you think that call went?
Uh, I personally think it went pretty well. It kind of dragged on. I kept trying to get to the point, and there were some times where you literally like what you said was what I was going to say. So I think I'm starting to get there and thinking along the lines of like, okay, let's focus on this scope of work document.
You're trying to sell, bro. You're trying to sell the AI and the thing over here. This call was only to get him to pay $250.
Okay.
Every single first call is only to get them to pay $250. That's it. I'm trying to say. You were like, oh, we can do the AI, we can do the lead generation, we could do this, we could do that. No, sir. In order for this to work and be successful, we have to document everything. That's it. And he was talking about 2 different sides of his business, which is fine.
Yeah.
But he told us in the beginning he needed to reschedule.
Yeah.
I said, okay, let me ask you a question. Where do you see us working? Because I don't know if this is even worth our time.
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you guys do? I started to explain everything. And then you were like, oh, we can do AI. We can do this. No, we just have to get interested enough to where he sees his problem. I highlighted it in the thing. He specifically said, the biggest problem that we have is that 90% of the leads are slipping through the cracks because we don't have a proper system in place. And I need to convince my partners that that's what we need. And so that's where I brought it back. Okay, in order to do that, I can share with you a document that we did for another roofing company, which I did.
Yeah.
But we all have to start right there. And then he started to ask, what's the proprietary software? That means absolutely nothing. You have to deflect that and bring him back to the $250 document. You started to talk about, oh, we built this proprietary AI software. No. Kevin, what does that have anything to do with the business that you need run? You need.
I see what you're saying. You're referring to the details don't matter if you're trying to run a business. The CEO doesn't give a shit if it's this software or that software.
What does proprietary software mean to you? You're using Google, you're using Job Nimbus. Those aren't proprietary softwares. Those are just repackaged things. So that means you're just he's asking a question that means nothing to a $250 document. So you jumped ahead and you were discussing how we built this AI. That right there can turn them off right away. And now they're thinking about this over here when we're trying to focus on selling a $250 document. The second that he makes a payment for $250, he is in. He will not deviate from that because now he's invested in us. It did do a great job of being able to speak to him. I was listening to him, and I remember our conversation from yesterday of he has a struggle of leaving his brother's business. And so it's like, that's why I said, it sounds to me like you have a personal interest in leaving your brother's company to be morally correct. And he said, you're speaking my language. I mimicked him because I can feel his pain, but we're not talking about that.
Yeah.
He is looking at his future. This is basically like a thorn in his side. He can't leave that until he knows that that is fixed. He's going to have a meeting with Josiah, which is fine because we were talking about 2 separate things. So I'm like, look, I'll fix that problem for you. I'll connect you with somebody, right? Now, If Josiah takes him on as a client, you, me, we don't have to do anything with ads, right? Josiah will pay us 30% of the ad spend.
Yeah.
That right there is not our problem. It's the same way that we pass this stuff off to Adam and Brendan. So you never, ever, ever have to worry about running ads. You just send an email to Josiah, introduce him, let Josiah do his job. And you still make 30% on that. Now, that business is a large business. I assume that if Josiah took this on, they would be spending minimum $5,000 a month. 30% of 5,000 is $1,500 a month that we would make for not doing anything. That fixes Kevin's problem. Kevin is looking into the future of moving to Florida. He needs to go into that. And he even said, my job is going to be building out the CRM system.
Yeah.
With that, I told him to create urgency. Hey, Kevin, if you're going to be going over there, this is going to take 13 weeks to build out.
Yeah.
Why would you spend 13 weeks of wasted time until you get there so that this is not working until June? And he was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I brought it back to, listen, the only way, Kevin, we fixed your brother's problem. We're going to send you an email to Josiah. You set that meeting up and Josiah will handle that. Let's discuss this. You have 13 weeks. You're moving. You told me that you're going in and you're going to focus on getting Job Nimbus set up. He's talking nonsense about Google AI, whatever it is, how he's got this, that, and that operating and he wants to show us. I don't care about that, Kevin. We need to focus on a $250 document. That's it. Once he starts to see that this is the way that we build this out, that $250 will turn into a $14,000 build, and he will be more than happy to pay for it. But we have to build the trust right there of the expectations. That's why I went into the call in the beginning and said, listen, Kevin, I don't even know if I can help you. Where do you see us fitting in? When he said specifically, I don't have any time. I hate to do this. I have to reschedule, because he didn't know what we did. We let him talk yesterday. Now we get to take control of the conversation. We asked him his problems. It didn't go as well as I would have liked it to go because it lasted 45 minutes. And mostly him talking, but he is a talker. Okay? So what we need to do right now from here is we will create, and first we're going to create a shared calendar with you and me. We're going to create a shared calendar real quick. We're going to create a shared calendar that takes a payment in your
Into my sub account.
sub account.
Wait, so you want me to, oh, okay. The payment goes to my sub account.
1 second.
Okay.
We're going to create a shared calendar with you and me. It's going to have the payment on there. I think we did that the other day for 150. Now we're going to make one for 250. We're going to send him an email that says, Kevin, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Here's the document we did for the Arizona Roofing Company. What the next step is, as I mentioned, this is going to take about 13 weeks to build out. We hit his pain points of, I'm going to copy you on another email to Josiah, so that's taken care of. We're going to schedule our next call. Our next call costs $250. We're going to move this forward so that you can go into your new Florida home with a strategic plan to present this to your business partners who know they have a problem and you're coming there with a solution. It's going to cost $250, and that's the end of the conversation. If he doesn't book it, we can follow up with him, but if he's not going to pay $250, we move on.
Yeah.
There's no more discussion to have. We end the call of, it's $250. From there, then we'll get on a call and we'll build out the working document together. I hope you. And we'll send it to Adam and Brendan. They'll give us the price. Then on the third call, we present him with our solution and we give him a price. And we're going to hone in on, look, Kevin, It's going to take 13 weeks. We ask for 50% down. Upon delivery, you pay the rest. Go and speak with your partners. The first down, let's say we sell it for 14 grand. It's going to cost $7,000. If he has pushback from that, we can say, okay, $7,000, and we'll split it up into 2 milestones. So next one would be $5,000, and upon delivery, it'll be $2,000. Going into your new position with your new roofing company, you are going to have a full-on perfect system using whatever we built for him, with AI, without AI, with the job nimbus, with the badge on that thing, whatever it is. And now you have an amazing situation. And that's it.
A custom built proprietary system. Yeah.
And that's it. So what I want you to focus on is going into these first calls. There's no need to discuss anything about AI. There's no need to discuss anything about GoHighLevel, because he was getting confused and I kept pulling it back. Kevin, we're talking about stuff that doesn't matter. You don't even know how your business is operating and running just yet. It all starts from documenting what's in your head, because we cannot convey this clearly to a developer because they're super literal. And then he was like, yeah, you're right. Like I'm feeding his ego, and I'm getting see that this is his decision because he has a pain point of leaving his old position, going into a new one, and he's not organized, but that's what he's doing. And so he needs to look like the hero coming into his new position with the roofing company. And it all starts with a $250 document. There's no GoHighLevel. There's no, Spotio and Badger and this. We just hone in only on the $250 document. Once we sell that, we move into building out that document. And in that situation, now we can start talking about AI, because they're going to be honed in on, well, how would we do this? How do we do that? This would need to happen. Okay, we can eliminate that, Kevin. We can throw in AI to qualify the leads. Instead of your team talking to 100 people, the AI can talk to 100, and the team is only talking to the 20 that are ready to pull out their wallet and have you guys come and do an inspection on their roof. And then and then he starts asking, well, how does the AI work? Don't worry about that, Kevin. We are the professionals. We will sit down on our next call when you pay for this, and our project manager will go through the prompting of how that needs to work. We're focused on this. Does that make sense? It goes in steps. It's the same way as you meet a girl in a bar. You don't ask her to marry you. Hey, I like your dress. That's cool. Can I get your phone number? Cool.
That's kind of like the analogy we mentioned before, where it's like, well, how do the spark plugs work in that car? Like, what kind of spark plugs are those? It doesn't matter. It drives.
Yeah, you don't go to a dealership and say, you don't go to a dealership and say, well, if I put the gas in there, the pistons go up and down, and it's 6 cylinders, and the magneto charges the battery and the alternator, and then it shoots a spark, and then that ignites, and the smoke goes through the catalytic converter and goes out. No. What's the gas mileage? I get 19 miles of gas. Okay, cool. That's it.
Yeah. Like, what's my conversion rate with these leads, basically?
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to know how the hot dog is made. You just put ketchup on it and mustard. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's even simpler.
Yeah. You go to a basketball game, you don't buy a hot dog and say, how did they kill the pig? Where'd the pig come from? How long was it hanging in the refrigerator? Yeah. No, can I just get a hot dog and some relish? That's it. You just order the hot. So I want you to really understand, because you're still doing it. You're still talking about AI in the first call. The AI does not matter to anything until we start building out the project scope document after they pay the $250.
So then my thing is, I need to learn how to deflect that question and bring it back.
Always. He's asking, what's the proprietary software that you guys have? And you just say the proprietary software is we build custom AI, we build custom solutions for your business. And where that starts, Kevin, is we have to document everything.
That's the key word right there, where that starts and where that starts.
So now you deflect it. And now it's not about proprietary software. What does proprietary software mean to you, Kevin? Why is that important?
Yeah.
We're not even, I can explain to you what our proprietary software is, but I don't even know you, where you need to use it. Just, and if you're speaking to anybody else and they don't go through and they don't make this document for you, then
You want
it's giving you a price. It's back and forth. This organizes you, me, and our team to communicate in a productive way so that we can stay on track to have this delivered to you in 13 weeks when you show up to Florida and your partners are like, dude, you fucking killed it. This is the perfect system. Where'd you meet these guys?
Yeah, that's true.
That's how you deflect that. Proprietary software, he's asking, well, I want to use Spodio. Why do you want to use Spodio? We don't even know where that fits into your process. You just used that previously. Yeah, we can find other stuff. I mean, I can Google it real quick and find Badger mapping. But again, Kevin, in order for this to work, we have to figure out the customer journey. And that customer journey starts with a project scope document. It costs $250. That's it. Right? So now,
Do I need the shared calendar on your sub account or mine?
yeah, I'm going to stop this recording. Whoever's watching this, I hope that this helped you in building out your sales process for selling custom builds, right? So see you in the next video.